So my question is, I write a lot of riffs, and I want to just say my end result is that I want to write interesting riffs that they don't get too repetitive, and I want there to be some music theory involved there too. I mean, there's going to be anyway, but I want to be able to think about that beforehand and then to apply that.
Okay. I'm going to reformulate your question in a completely different way that relates to this. Your problem is to start from a riff and then write other riffs that are similar to the previous one so that you recognize it's in the same song, it's an evolution of the same riff, it's a development of the same riff, but they're not, of course, exactly the same note by note. Right? Because the idea is that you want to move somewhere with this song. You don't want to have riff A, then riff B, which is completely different, then riff C, then back to riff A, and then you just move between those two riffs.
Right.
You want to move, right?
Absolutely.
Good. Do you have a riff here? Anything?
Yes, I do. Something like that. Basically.
Okay, good. So let's see what you're doing. You're playing a power chord. I don't remember the exact tuning of the guitar, so to get me.
This is B and this is F sharp.
Okay, good. So you're playing a C sharp power chord.
Yes.
Good. So play that. Then you're playing fifths around. Can you spell me all the
Yep.
notes?
So A, 5 to F sharp 5.
Okay, good.
And then basically picking up this E note.
Now, the first thing is this. Keep the power chord where it is,
Yes.
but move the fifths 1 degree higher in the scale.
Okay. By a second.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, those are two power chords it's playing. It's just arpeggiating two power chords. The relationship between those two power chords, the interval, it's always the same. It's a third because you're playing an A power chord and an F sharp power chord.
Yes.
So you keep this relationship, but you move both of them higher in the scale. Okay. Now, if your scale is C sharp minor, because that's what I assume. It could be C sharp Phrygian, but anyway, it's C sharp minor because it's a C sharp minor scale. So it's either C sharp Aeolian or Phrygian or Dorian. I don't think it's Dorian because I'm not a jazz player. So it's going to be either Aeolian or Phrygian. So you move along one of those scales and you move those two power chords, keeping their distance of a third, higher and lower on the scale. But you keep the C sharp minor power chord to anchor your riff. That's one possibility.
Of many, yes.
Of many. Because the other possibility is that you keep the fifths where they are and move the power chord. So we can try that. So play first a B and the two fifths, then an A and the two fifths. A, G, oh sorry, no, okay.
Or do you want to go low?
Yeah, that's an idea.
So.
Yeah, that's better. Or play a B instead, actually. So C sharp and then B.
Okay.
Makes sense?
Already it's much more creative.
So I'm just partially sequencing the riffs. I'm not moving the whole thing up and down. I'm keeping one thing fixed and moving the other, or keeping the second thing fixed and moving the other. Makes sense?
Perfect sense.
Of course, I can move them at the same time. But then I can move them together, which is the boring thing to do, or I can move them in opposite directions. It's a much funner thing to do. So let's try that. The power chord is going to be C sharp and then B. The fifths are going to be F sharp and A and F sharp.
Okay.
But the second time you play B and G sharp. So you make them higher. So the power chord goes down, the fifths go up.
Okay.
Take it slow, try that.
Start on B.
Start on C sharp. Now B, and the fifths higher.
Oh yeah, okay.
This goes somewhere.
Absolutely.
Makes sense?
Yeah.
So this is it's a very simple thing. It's called sequencing. You just move this stuff along the scale. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Now, how long can you do that? Because you cannot go and sequence this for the whole song. Okay? Rule of thumb, sequence 3 times and change. Very cut and dry, okay?
Yeah.
Sequence 3 times, meaning the power chord goes, I don't know, C sharp, B, and then A, and the fifth go every time higher, for instance. The fourth time you play something completely different. So
Okay.
then you plug in whatever you want. Make sense?
Yes.
Because the point is this, you play something once, so you create the mental image of the riff in the listener. You sequence it the second time, so you're moving in one direction. The third time you confirm the pattern, then you break it. The point is, if you don't break it, it has to be boring. The fourth time it's going to be boring, because now I know exactly where it's going. Makes sense? So the fourth time you break it.
Yes.
Makes sense? Now, this is not my idea. The point is, sequences have been practically invented in the Baroque era, by Vivaldi, Bach, all those kind of people. If you take Vivaldi, Vivaldi is a perfect example. You take anything by Vivaldi, once you learn to recognize sequencing by ear, it takes a theme, sequence it 3 times, changes. It takes another theme, sequence it 3 times, changes. It's like by the book, all the time. You can predict it. You cannot predict what it's going to do later, but when it starts, bam, 3 times. So and it works. Make sense?
Makes perfect sense.
Very good. Does this solve your problem for now?
This totally solves my
Very
problem.
good.
Yeah, I can't wait to go write some riffs now.
Very good. Thank you.